Before we jump into your football career here as a Griffon, I know you were torn in between playing football and basketball. How did you decide on which sport to play in college?
I feel like football provided more of an opportunity. Of course, you got more people on the field, and not saying that I was scared of a challenge with basketball, but I think my heart leaned more towards football.
Tell me about an experience playing basketball.
The crazy experience is that this is the only sport that I got to play against my brother in. And I always played up, so my team would play high school levels, and he was with his high school team. And I hit my first three, and he was guarding me, so I felt like nobody can say nothing.
What position did you play?
I was power forward, two shooting guards. Now,
we talked a little bit earlier, and you told me you were able to play with some guys who are now playing professional in the NBA. How was that playing with them?
It's crazy now to see that we played against each other and they're established already, I guess. At first, it was just like a brotherhood. I played with Bradley Beal, Patrick McCaw, and Paul McRoberts. He actually played with the Rams right now. So back at home, everybody played both sports or ran track or didn't only do one sport. So it was a blessing, actually, and I still stay in touch with those guys.
Why did you choose to come to Missouri Western?
I felt like the coaches already knew me. They understood who I was and had respect for me. Compared to going to a small D1 or D1 AA, I felt like I would be able to make a name for myself and have a successful career anywhere else, but I felt like Missouri Western already had a foundation with me, with my brother being here and the coaches showing me respect compared to committing to Tulsa or Illinois, and their coaching staff actually got fired before my official visits there.
Would you say that your brother had a big impact on your decision to come here?
I do believe so. And a bunch of people say, well, why did you follow your brother, or do you mind being compared to him? It's actually not a bad comparison because he's a great role model. A lot of people look up to him, not only me, and I feel like that's a positive.
Now, your brother is playing professional. He plays for the Tennessee Titans. How big of an impact does he have on your life now that he's playing professional? Do you look up to him highly, or do you look at him the same?
Everybody be like, bro, your brother play in the league, like, it gotta mean something to you. And I'm like, yeah, it ain't hit me yet because that's almost expected of him. And it's a great opportunity for him and as well for me. But scouts come to practice and they know me because of him, so I feel like I got my foot in the door and I just gotta finish it off.
Tell me a funny moment you and your brother shared that you will never forget.
I would say I was about 8 years old, and we were in the backyard, and he was like, "Do a drill with me." And I'm like, "All right, you can't mess with me. I'm better than you." And I was running my mouth, so we got on our backs and did the hamburger drill. And the first person to get up, you gotta run towards the person. Like, if he's the ball carrier, I gotta tackle him, or if I'm the ball carrier, he gotta tackle me. So the best bet is to be the first person to get up so they won't have much power. Well, of course he was the first person up, and he hit me so hard, I didn't want anything else to do with football.
I would have loved to see that. Now, your parents, how big of an influence does your mom and dad have on you?
My dad was a basketball superstar in Wellston, where Patrick McCaw grew up at, and he passed away when I was 4 years old. My brother, well, not my brother, but my mom, she wouldn't let me get by with anything. Like, I tried to quit football when I was little, and she was like, "Well, you're not quitting, you're going to practice, so you might as well get over it." And I sat in the car after school and just waited to practice and cried my eyes out. And we went to practice and my stomach was hurting because I was so nervous, and I didn't really like football when I was younger. And she just pretty much said, "Well, you're gonna play it." So she was like, "Well, I'll take you home and you can use the bathroom." So then I went home, sat in the bathroom for a while, and then came out and tried to play the game. And she was like, "No, we're about to go back to practice." So I was like, well, I'm pretty much stuck into playing football, and it turned out for the better.
Now, in this segment of One-on-One, I actually went down to the football field with Darrian Bass, and he showed me some of his moves. Check this out. I need 3 minutes of football fame. Teach me one of your moves.
All right, I'm gonna teach you how to get a quarterback sack.
Okay.
And with that being said, you first gotta be the tackle, a tight end, or possibly a running back, depending on their schemes. So to start, if a tackle sets on me, my initial move is gonna be a chop rip. I gotta have something planned first. And then once I get my chop rip, if he replaces his arms, I gotta have a combo to alter that move. So then it'll be a swim move. But I don't wanna swim too wide because if he get my ribs, then he'll wash me out or he could break a rib. So after I do my chop, after I do my chop rip, I'm gonna spin tight and then I gotta catapult myself behind him. So at that point, I'm behind him already and now I can make a play in the backfield.
Okay, let me try this karate chop.
It might be a little difficult, but it ain't too difficult.
Okay, so I'm going down, up, around, and
a little bit.
I put my flavor in it. That's how I would do it. But I'm gonna leave the football stuff up to you. So tell me a little bit about your journey as a Griffon. How do you think you've improved as a player over the years?
I've been a Griffon for quite some time now. Coming in freshman year, I was with my brother and he showed me the ropes. I was actually playing defensive end with him in a 4-3 defense. And he showed me a lot as far as how to treat the program, how to respect other players and become a respected player. So I had a hiccup in the road my sophomore year and I was ineligible due to academics. And I feel like the biggest highlight of my career was that season that I came back, which was 2015. And I had one of my better seasons and I feel like that led me with momentum into this season.
So what's the atmosphere like on game day?
It's wild. Game day, you wait all week for it, and then once it finally get here, you got to keep yourself calm for so many hours because a lot of times you might have a night game or you got to go through the rituals as far as eating in a calf or getting ready in the indoor. And once game day get here, you love to see the fans in the crowd, you love to see the opponents and hear what they got to say to you while you're warming up on their sideline. So it's amazing.
How's your relationship with the team?
I love my guys. I think I love them more than I should. not saying that in a weird way, but like we got so much chemistry. We goof around in the locker room, we play off the field. I feel like this year we had some of the best chemistry that we had in a while. And I mean, we played 2-on-2 in basketball in the locker room, which I think I'm the champ. Me and Wish are 4-1. So
I see that on Snapchat. That's pretty funny watching you guys. Last season, you were able to play with Mike Jordan, Sam Brown, Yami Ali, Jonathan Owens. You guys are all from the same area in St. Louis. How was it playing with them last season?
I didn't know a few of them before I got here. I didn't know Mike. I didn't know Yami. And once I got here, I came up a lot to see my brother play, and that's when I began to get to know them. And from there, I mean, we just linked. Like, we got a lot of things in common, and now those are some of my best friends.
Who are some of your role models you look up to in football?
Darrian Bass, that's mandatory. But outside of that, Christian Kirksey, he's from St. Louis. He went to Iowa. Now he played with the Cleveland Browns. Deion Buchanan, he's a small linebacker, and that's pretty much what motivates me is that I'm not more of a heavyset guy, and just to see small guys like him and Telvin Smith, I feel like I can do it. I know I can.
Well, my role model is Des Bryant, and if I could play on any dream team, it would be the Cowboys. Who is your dream team?
It gotta be San Diego. I wanna move to San Diego when I grow up. Broke, rich, or poor, I will be in San Diego. San Diego Chargers, hopefully they stay there.
Stay tuned.
Hold on. I got this. Stay tuned for more one-on-one with Amaree Martin.
He just took my job.